Welcome to this very special conversation with someone we have not seen for 2.5 months now. January, right? Yeah, 2nd of January. Firstly and very importantly, how are you?
Fit, absolutely fine. God's been kind that it's been a small blemish and maybe an adjustment. Fit and fine and back to work for a while now.
So one, it happened. Obviously, the second scare, the country was really scared for you. All of us were. Give me a sense of how it, over the last 2 months, what all happened.
I really don't see it as a scare, because as you grow older, adjustments happen in the body, and I think I'm lucky that, as I said, it was a very small one. It could have been bigger, but as they say, you need to address it immediately, whatever happens, whether it's a cut, whether it's a stitch, whether it's a break. So and that was the best part of it. So fit and fine and back to work, as I said.
आप मुझे ये बताइए सौरभ, पिंक टेस्ट में हम लोग सोच रहे थे ये आप ही का ब्रेन चाइल्ड है इंडिया में. कैलकाटा में हम लोगों ने एक साथ पिंक टेस्ट किया था. इस पिंक टेस्ट में दुनिया आपको मिस किया. मुझे ये लग रहा था कि आप जाओगे. फ्रॉम व्हेन कैन वी हैव यू ट्रैवल, बी पार्ट ऑफ द सेटअप लाइक द वे यू यूज्ड टू? कब से आप ये सब शुरू करोगे?
I'll travel. I'll go for the T20s. I'll go to Ahmedabad for either the second or the third T20. I could not travel then because it was just 2 weeks out of hospital and I was not allowed to take a plane. But now it's fine now, so everything's healthy. I'll take the vaccine very shortly and then start flying.
Okay, so let me just state this. मैं सौरभ के ऑफिस में ही हूँ, so it's not as if he's not coming out. So the country needs to know that he is fit and back to work. This is not his house. हम लोग लास्ट 4-5 इंटरव्यू आपके घर में किया है. ये आपके ऑफिस है, सो वो भी बता देते हैं सबको कि बिकॉज एवरीबडी इन दिस कंट्री इज ईगर टू नो वेयर सौरभ गांगुली इज ही बैक एट वर्क, कैन वी हैव हिम बैक? सो दैट यू आर सॉर्टिंग वंस.
Yeah, I'm back at work and absolutely fit, to be honest, and honest, the medical sciences are so good these days, absolutely speak and span, and I just don't feel anything.
Now coming to cricket, obviously India has qualified for the World Test Championship final. Again, massive achievement.
Oh yes, absolutely, especially what the players have gone through in the last 8-9 months. To be in those bubbles and play cricket day in day out was remarkable. Right from the IPL in September, and they finished, this is end of early March, and they're not finished yet because they have got the T20s and the one days to go. So about good 6 months in bubbles and to get to what they have achieved is fantastic. I'm looking forward to the World Test Championship.
Will you go?
Yeah, I'll go and watch the World Test Championship and hopefully we can get past New Zealand. New Zealand will be there before us because they'll play a couple of test matches, and then India plays that World Test Championship final. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think you must congratulate Ajinkya Rahane first in Australia, and then Virat Kohli in England, the entire team, the support staff, the head coach, and everybody involved. Dravid, who does a lot of work behind the scene with these boys, for what they have achieved. To see that day in Brisbane on the last test was outstanding. The way Rishabh Pant won the game for India was remarkable.
That was the question, that this is a new India speaking out in many ways, isn't it? I mean, ऋषभ पंत को अगर आप देखें, और आप मेरे को ऋषभ पंत के बारे में आपने 2 साल से कहा है कि वॉच आउट फॉर दिस गाय, इसको देखो.
क्योंकि मैंने इनको बहुत पास से देखा है और मैं हमेशा मैच विनर पे बिलीव करता हूँ. जो जिस दिन खेलता है आपको मैच जिता के लाता है, और वो वैसे खिलाड़ी है. और मैं तो ये भी बोला था कि सिडनी टेस्ट अगर वो 5-6 ओवर और रुक जाते तो भारत वो टेस्ट भी जीत जाता. इसलिए मुझे इतना वो अच्छा लगता है कि गेम चेंजर है वो. मेरे टाइम पे भी वीरेंद्र सहवाग ऐसे थे, MS धोनी आए ऐसे थे, युवराज सिंह ऐसे थे, जो अपने दिन पे मैच को अपने शोल्डर पे जिता देता था. मुझे इनको देख के यही लगा था पहला दिन, क्या पारियां खेली है. अभी भी इंग्लैंड के सामने जो अहमदाबाद तीसरा चौथा टेस्ट था, 140 पे 6 थे भारत, और किसी भी तरफ मैच जा सकता था. इंग्लैंड ने 200 रन बनाए, वहाँ पे अगर ऋषभ पंत आउट हो जाते तो शायद ये सीरीज 2-2 हो सकता था. वहाँ पे भी उन्होंने वो पारी खेली. और गेम सेंस देखिए, जब सेकंड न्यू बॉल आया, जिमी एंडरसन जो इस श्रृंखला में इतनी अच्छी गेंदबाजी की, वो काउंटर अटैक बेहतरीन था, गेम ही बदल दिया उन्होंने.
and अगर आप देखें हम लोगों के पास अभी बेंच स्ट्रेंथ भी बन चुका है. We have the backup for every place. I mean, whether it is fast bowling, whether it is batting.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I always say Rahul Dravid has done a great job at the NCA, because he looks after these second string players. Mohammad Shiraz, I see a lot of talent in him. Shardul Thakur, every time they've just got opportunities, they've stood up. We spoke about Bumrah for the whole of last year, but just see India wins without him as well. In Australia last test match, Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj, Ishant Sharma in the squad, and still you beat Australia in Australia, which is remarkable.
Saurav, there is plenty of speculation always goes on about you, but from my end, as captain of India, you have done a job. As BCCI president, you have done a job. What next? What is the next thing that you want to do?
We'll see where life goes. We'll see what opportunities come in the way. And we'll take it from there. So none of this came as expected. When I first became India captain, I did not know I would ever become India captain, because Sachin was captain then, and I probably would not have got the captaincy if Sachin would not have resigned. When I became BCCI president, I didn't even know the minute before that I'll be BCCI president. So that's the way my life has been. So we'll see where it goes. Opportunities come. You get influenced by a lot of things around your family, your lifestyle, your work, your health. So we'll see where it goes.
But what is very important for me, I mean, and having seen you for the last 29 years, I know you, more than that actually, is the respect that you have commanded and the love that you get from people. Perhaps that is why the opportunities keep coming to you. People want you in different positions. Not always would you want to, but that's how people perceive you. Is that all? Any
I
time
think
of
I'm
pressure?
fortunate. I'm fortunate that people believe in me, that I can deliver. And I think that happens because of when you get a job to do, you do it at your best. I've always believed, even when I was playing the sport, that you look at the present. You deal with the present properly, the future will take care of itself. And I firmly believe in that. So I'm fortunate that I get such opportunities to deliver, and thankfully I have at times. I failed at times, but that's life. That's a human cycle.
Do you feel the pressure of us, the media,
No, I don't feel
constantly
any
hounding
pressure.
you,
I don't feel any pressure.
asking you, speculating about your life?
I don't feel any pressure, because I'm pretty clear in my head what I want my life to do and where I want to go. So I don't feel any pressure. I just deal with my life, because this game has taught me that you can only control the controllables. You cannot control what is outside your control, and that is so true.
Okay, and sort of again coming back to cricket, you have always said that Test cricket teaches you so many lessons. Test cricket is the ultimate form of the game. Am I right in saying that this World Test Championship is perhaps even bigger than an ICC competition? If India wins it, will it be at least on par with a World Cup win?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I think every trophy has its own value. The 50-over World Cup is an amazing pinnacle. You play that World Cup for 2.5 months and beat the best and then go through. It was a bit complicated this time because of COVID. Teams got to play, teams did not get to play, teams did not travel, tours got cancelled. So in a couple more championships, we'll have a clearer idea how difficult it is and how hard it is to win the World Test Championship. Maybe on a platform when everybody has equal number of games to play and then decide. But as I said, I'm looking forward to India against New Zealand in Southampton.
You said Southampton.
It is in Southampton.
ICC still hasn't made a thing about Lords. Is it
No,
Lords?
I think it's in Southampton because
of COVID?
And it's been decided a long time ago. I don't know.
Okay, so that's something that Saurav just said. Maybe an official announcement will come from the ICC on that. Maybe is that because of COVID
and
protocols?
they have the hotel absolutely attached to
next
the
to
ground. So it makes it easier for them to control. And that's why when England started cricket after COVID times, a lot of test matches were held in Southampton and Manchester because they all have hotels along with the ground. So it's in Southampton.
Again, you are doing the IPL. This time you've brought it home. I mean, when I interviewed you, you actually said it on India Today and Aaj Tak that आप इंडिया में करना चाहते हैं. दोबारा कोविड केसेस कुछ स्टेट्स में बढ़ रहे हैं. आपको वो आप लोगों ने सोचा?
But I think we've done well. We've done it in clusters. So there'll be 3 flights maximum for every team. Hopefully we'll manage because see, with the England tour, India have gone to Chennai, gone to Ahmedabad, will go to Pune. So it's been good. So both the teams and domestic, both the teams have travelled So we're trying to do that way only, and hopefully it will be fine. The numbers are much less. It's a lot better, but fingers crossed. It's a huge tournament. The BCCI did it successfully last time in Dubai, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this time as well.
Couple more questions on the IPL. One, from the press release that all of us have read from the secretary, it says that as far as crowds are concerned, it will start closed doors, and then you all will take a call. Is there any plan to have crowds back home? Because test matches are having 50% people.
Don't know yet. Depends on the situation. Dubai also was the same. We started closed doors and then expected the crowds to open up to the crowds, but since it went so well, we did not take the risk of bringing crowds back. So we'll see.
I mean, I am asking you this question because for the test matches, we had 50% people in the Narendra Modi Stadium in Motera. So there were crowds. So, but at the same time, PSL, there is an experience that the tournament had to be stopped because of COVID. That is why I asked you the question.
It's slightly different than a bilateral because, if you open up to crowds and the teams playing in the middle, the teams practicing outside also. A lot of these stadiums have practice pitches outside the ground, so the teams practicing there because they play every day. So to open it up to crowds, and you expect the crowds to get closer to the practicing teams, so that could be a bit of a risk.
Last two questions before I let you go, Saurav. I mean, when I come from my house in North Calcutta to your house in South Calcutta, I mean, and interact with people on the road, half the time people will be talking about you. That's the truth. I'm being honest. You open your newspapers, Bengali newspapers, Hindi newspapers, English newspapers, Saurav Ganguly. Television channels, including, every platform, Saurav Ganguly. How tough is it being Saurav Ganguly? Honestly.
No, as I said, I'm fortunate to get that much attention, and I don't seek for it. I just go about my job. I just lead a normal life in this city. I meet people, I talk to them, I spend time with them. That's my nature. That's the way I am. I'm a very friendly sort of a person. I don't have hang-ups. I don't take to heart what people say. I don't think that because I am a popular person that I need to be untouchable or unreachable. So I don't believe in all these things. I just lead my life because at the end of the day it's life. And maybe that's one of the reasons why people are fond of me here, that you get to know just like another person.
I'll close out with the question I asked again. So what next? Anything next?
We'll see.
You know why I'm asking, because obviously the whole world wants to know, but
we'll see where life goes. We'll see what happens.
I will finish off at that, because clearly, as you can see, my first priority is to see this man healthy. And that has given me enormous joy and pride, because we have followed him very closely as a friend, as a cricketer, as a captain, as a board president, and as he says, where life takes him. But the last 2 months when he went to hospital not once but twice was scary for all of us who have been his well-wishers. So to actually see you, and you look fit, fresh, fine.
It's fine.
So that gives me enormous amount of pleasure and joy. And whatever you do, I wish you well. And on behalf of the network, we wish you well. So you be safe, you take care and be happy.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.